Welcome to the Noble Knights podcast number 2. Joining us today, we have Logan Yarnell and Kevin Smith. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hello. I'm very excited to be here and nervous at the same time. I guess I'm... What do you want me to add here?
That's about it. Logan, can you introduce yourself? I think you've been on this before.
I have, but that was on kind of a non-uploaded episode. So, yeah, so I'm here again, officially. You guys have seen me for the first time. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Alright, so, let's just get into some topics, because we gotta kind of get the flow going. So, I heard that Disney Plus had their big Disney opening or whatever, where they released a bunch of new titles, Star Wars related, and all sorts of other things. So, did any of you guys watch that or have any inklings about it?
Yeah, actually, I just when I was quarantined recently, and I got caught up on Star Wars in the time frame. I also got caught up on the Marvel series, watching Disney Plus.
Huh.
My parents stopped investing in Hulu and started Disney Plus.
Okay.
I don't really use Disney Plus that much. I've watched one episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's only good for binging.
Yeah, it is. If you want to watch a lot of shows that are all related to each other, it's pretty good to watch.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
I definitely feel like if movies was a thing now, I think it still is, but don't you just miss going to the movies with the family?
Yeah.
Stupid COVID.
But y'all hear about HBO Max coming back?
Never heard of it.
It has a ton of stuff. It has old cartoons. It has South Park.
Yeah, I heard they're releasing the. So, did you guys ever hear about the DC Universe app?
Yeah, actually, I think I did.
Yeah.
So, majority of their shows, let's see, what is it? So, the Titan show.
Teen Titans?
Yeah, no, it's just Titans. It's the R version of it, and also the other a couple other shows are going on there, for their continuations of their seasons, and so it's going at HBO Max. Because DC Universe is starting to turn into a whole comic book type thing instead of movies and TV shows.
Teen Titans was so good. I hate that they tried to Teen Titans Go.
I watched Teen Titans Go, and I didn't think it was a bad show. I think it was...
Right. As a child, I watched it before I watched Teen Titans, but I think Teen Titans was better, and it's kind of insulting to replace it, but at the same time, it's for a younger audience. I understand it.
I really like the concept of it, is that it just says, there's a bunch of things from the 80s that appeals to the parents, because these parents are forced to watch this stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's a whole type of aesthetic to it, and they're introducing, I watched the Teen Titans movie. Did you guys ever hear about that one or anything?
Yeah. I heard about it, but I never watched it.
Wait, which one? Because there's two.
There was Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It was really totally for the fans type thing. There was a bunch of... It had Stan Lee in it. It had a Back to the Future reference. It even played the songs and stuff. It was a whole fanboy type dream of a show.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
They're
trying to fit too much in. I don't know.
It was just all these little clips and stuff. It was kind of just bits. They're making fun of DC.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And so to get back to the Disney Plus thing, so Logan, did you see the opening or whatever?
Of what?
Of all the new shows they were releasing?
No, I did not.
So, to give you the lowdown,
about it.
they're releasing Indiana Jones. They're releasing their final one, supposedly.
Really?
Yeah, they're releasing the new Indiana Jones, having Harrison Ford come back and everything. They're also doing A Night at the Museum. They're doing a sequel to that.
No, Disney just needs to buy the John Wick series.
Did you guys know? Do you guys know Willow by any chance?
Willow. No.
So it's a movie from the 80s. It's another type of fantasy thing. That was like the big fad back then. So all these fantasy movies. They're doing a TV series with the same actor coming back 10 years after the original one. So I guess that's kind of cool. They got to use some de-aging stuff on him, but it should. I think it'll work out. And they're also releasing. So there's a couple series that don't really spoil the Mandalorian. There's an Ahsoka series based off of her journey after the show. Since that was like almost a whole month ago that episode aired, I assumed either you've watched it or you've already knew that she was in it.
I haven't.
But did you guys know she was in it?
Who?
Yes, I did.
Ahsoka.
Wait, who?
Ahsoka Tano.
I heard.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, some people had spoiled it for me.
Okay. So it was one of those things at the very first episode, people knew she was going to be in it if you kept up on it. So I guess it's not so much of a spoiler. But, so they're doing a series about her. And there's also, they're doing a droid story, which is like a series of a couple episodes for R2-D2 and C-3PO. So a little adventure from them.
Too?
I don't know how that's gonna work because like he can't really understand them.
Well, like C-3PO always was translated for R2, so it's probably gonna be a short like 6-episode thing or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems comedically okay.
There's an Obi-Wan series with Hayden Christensen returning back, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, apparently in the and like the later episodes, there's gonna be like flashes to, like the future with like a Darth Vader and stuff, and they're having like the actor for Anakin for movies 2 and 3 coming back.
Yeah, so I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved the first 3 movies. That was really good. It kind of just, I don't know, got bad quality, and then it, like the Last Jedi stuff. It was pretty good, I guess.
How did you like the first movie?
The very, very first.
The Phantom Menace.
Meh.
The Phantom Menace or New Hope?
Not a New Hope. A New Hope was good. I'm talking.
No. Phantom Menace.
I thought it was.
It was meh.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh my god, this is like a really good movie. It did. For me, it was slow.
It said the plot though, like you kind of get things.
Yeah, you need to understand this stuff, and then it goes into it. That's how a lot of things are.
Yeah, so like it doesn't really need to be good because they already know. Oh, Star Wars is such a big franchise; it must be good in some way.
Like
watch the first one, then you go watch the second one.
That's why I think Last Jedi got so much hate, is because it was exactly like that, except like more worse, because it was just all a bunch of it was filler content. It's like, you need this will go to this, and then they need to add all this stuff in before the big finale.
Definitely.
And even that was not even the finale. I kind of liked the part where Everin arrived, but it had no type of real meaning, and they didn't use much. It wasn't, I expected, it's like, oh cool, this is gonna be an awesome fight. There's gonna be a bunch of ships all flying over, shooting a bunch of things, but it really wasn't that.
And then you just have Kylo kill like 2 stormtroopers.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're gonna spoil it there, but
no, it's already been a year since it's released. I don't think there's really anything to spoil for that.
There is. I mean, I didn't watch it till like a week ago, so I didn't watch any Star Wars till a week ago.
Jeez.
So there's also a couple of Marvel releases. I realized they're doing the Falcon and Winter Soldier, that's coming out in like March or so. The Loki series is like in the summer.
Oh, Loki, my favorite character ever. And
then WandaVision's coming out in like January 15th or something. So those are going to be some interesting ones. And then they're doing a couple other shows, Fantastic Four, and so many other type of shows. So I kind of want to go into the next topic. And so
yeah, okay.
I think we should kind of talk about, since we're on the topic of theatrical and TV show releases, I want to know what some of your guys' favorite TV shows are.
Well, Favorite TV shows ever? Like, I'm not sure. Oh, actually, my favorite TV shows aren't really appropriate for school and stuff. Like, have you heard of Gotham?
Yeah, Gotham. It's a pretty good show. I will agree with that. I liked it.
That
Have you heard
show's
of,
great.
have you heard of, I don't know, I don't really remember because it's been a really long time, but I think Lucifer.
I never
Nice.
watched Lucifer, but I know my parents
It's
do.
alright, but my brother like played it in front of children. I was like, what are you doing? It's rated like TV 14, surprisingly.
I
It's
know.
like should be TVMA.
I know some of my favorite TV shows. At least the one that I watched recently and finished was Smallville, Superman TV show from like the early 2000s that went to like 2010. It basically like gave way to like all the live action CW shows now, and it paved the way for that.
Yeah.
What about? Oh, did everyone Logan? What is your favorite TV show?
My favorite shows probably either South Park or Death Note.
Going back on anime, I did have two animes like my all-time favorite shows that I didn't think about until now, like ever. Like I don't think anyone's gonna top this. You want me to go over them like briefly?
Sure, you can.
So there's Happy Sugar Life, which it's basically it's from the perspective of a psychopathic girl. It's anime. I'm not obsessed with anime personally, but I do like it. Kind of some of it. Death Note and Happy Sugar Life. So Happy Sugar Life being the perspective of a psychopathic girl, it shows you like perspectives and it really shows you psychology and stuff like that. Like stuff you want to think about. I'll use the word broken as in like mentally. Basically, like I guess mentally ill. It shows you mentally ill people who all lost their innocence in one way or another. They seek to regain this innocence through a child, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'm really bad at explaining stuff, but it's really good. You have to have a good watch. And there's Death Note, really good. I don't even need to explain it. It's just really good. Keeps you on edge. Yeah, you really fall in love with the characters.
So I know there's been a couple more advances in technology, and I know you're kind of informed on that, Kevin. So could you give us like some insight on some of those things?
There's a project. I don't know. I forgot what it's called. I think it was Project Lisa. Basically, have you heard of a VTuber?
Yes.
They're basically like virtual girls. It's like super realistic though. Like the streamers can basically like adjust her head size and stuff like that.
So is it motion
It's crazy
capture?
stuff. I think so. Like she puts on this suit of, I guess, some kind of stuff, and then
Wait, a haptic suit?
I don't know.
Like that?
But
It's like
she can-
VR?
Yeah, she has a character that she controls completely. Like completely controls.
That just shows like
everything.
the advancement in technology is that we can literally just put on a suit and just become
awesome.
anyone we want.
It's also like a Sims character. Like she can go into a controller and move around, then stop, and then like talk to the stream. It's crazy stuff. And then there's like synthetic skin. Have you heard of that? Like feel stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're inventing on that. It's crazy stuff.
So have you ever seen Ready Player One?
Yeah, I think the Ready Player 2 is out for book.
Yeah, I think I think like what you're describing is almost exactly like that movie. If for the people that haven't seen that movie, basically you
Actually,
plug into
yeah,
a
that's
virtual
the point.
world, and it's that you can see things, you can feel things, so you control them just by walking. So it's a really cool revelation that we're almost turning that into a reality.
Wow, that's actually a really good point. I never thought of that. But yeah, that's right. If everyone had the technology and we turned it into some kind of game, like she was thinking like RPG game or something like that, because you can already like go into the outside and like her viewers are people. She can like pick them up and throw them. It's crazy. She's like a giant or something. Yeah, I don't remember the name of this thing. It just If you look up virtual, really technologically advanced VTuber, you'll find it. I'm sure.
I know going to the the walking around in the real world, you know. So there's a huge drama with the Cyberpunk 2077 game with the
Oh,
whole entire yeah, it's super buggy, and I give them the benefit of the doubt for it. Honestly, everyone's saying, "Oh, I want this show. I mean, I want this game. I want the game. Please just hurry up and finish it. It's been like 10 years." And then so they release it, and then people are mad about it. And it's like, well, you guys complained about it. It's not my fault.
They hyped it up so much. It was crazy.
the thing is, it's not even that buggy. It's just on consoles that it has too much data to run.
No. It's unplayable on consoles. Like actually, I watched someone play it.
I know.
Like for a computer, you can't even really play it. Well, we can't. You can play it, but there's bugs.
Yeah, on computer, it's like trying to run GTA on like the PS3.
There's bugs that
Yeah.
are insane. Like some bugs happen, you can't even finish the story unless you like reload your game a few times.
I know.
It's crazy stuff.
I understand their decision to remove it from like the PlayStation Store or something like that and refund you the money because they're not going to make any more money unless they like take it away because people are going to either like, oh, I'm not going to buy the game. It's super buggy anyway. Especially from that Penguin Zero clip where he said, oh, is this game really worth it? Well, and then the car flips and it's like, well, I guess that answers your question. It's just...
Yeah, I know that's what I watched. It's very appealing to the eyes though. But like the gameplay and like controls are so dry.
I heard people that said they like I played it for hours and hours. It's super buggy, but I still love it.
Yeah, it's actually a really good game. It's a pretty good
It's
game.
a good game. It's just overly buggy. It can't run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely did not live up to the hype, but it couldn't have.
I think it could. I think it can if they didn't rush the release of it.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
they could.
it would have been much better, certainly.
Yeah, I feel like they could have made it run a lot smoother, and it could have been a lot less buggy. And because I mean, they went all out on the graphics, and they didn't even try to just smooth it out. Or I think they were going to. It's just the release of the game was rushed. So
Definitely. They had an audience to please.
So
They spent 8 years on it, I think.
yeah, I think it's been 8 or 10 years from the things that I've seen about it.
And Sony, well, I say it's a pretty long game. Like 30 hours of gameplay or something like that.
wow.
I
But,
think
The game itself kind of reminds me of Outer Worlds.
I haven't heard of that one, but I think I know what you mean.
It's do you know what Fallout is?
Yes, I play Fallout 4 all the time.
Yeah, it's like that but set in space.
Hmm. Oh, okay. I think I get it. Yeah. That
so.
sounds pretty cool.
I heard that so there's this Nintendo Direct based on the Super Mario World that they're doing as a theme park in Japan. So like, what do you guys like? Did any of you guys see it at first?
No, I don't know what like Super Nintendo.
So there's not a virtual theme park, but an actual theme park that they're building in Japan, where there's a bunch of rides of Goombas, there's Mario everywhere, and it's a bunch of stuff. It literally looks like you're inside a Mario game.
Oh wow, that sounds pretty cool.
And so, like, have you guys
Mario.
seen Legoland or like even clips from it?
Been all the time.
It's basically like that, except with Super Mario Bros.
All right, that sounds pretty cool. If people were like Nintendo that much, I don't think it's that good. Like actually, like Lego, like you can make Legos of anything.
Yeah.
You can't really make Mario out of everything.
But I think it's just like the idea of it is like, wow, this cool, like Nintendo's probably one of the biggest game companies with the biggest assets at least
Right.
over things, and they have the ability to make their own theme park. And Nintendo's a very like broad like spectrum of things, like Super Smash Bros, one of the biggest games in history, just the idea of it. Mario, like the most iconic original NES game.
Yeah, it's like one of the first ones, I think. So that does make it iconic and whatnot. Yeah, I definitely think it would be appreciated and whatnot. But I think I prefer to stick to Legoland and whatnot.
So what are your guys' favorite games?
I'm gonna go with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
That game was just a masterpiece.
I don't play many games, but I think Fallout 4.
I know.
I play like 0 games except for what's like my stepdad suggests to me.
Do you guys play any mobile games?
I play chess.
Raid Shadow Legends.
All right. I know. I play.
Sponsored.
I play some Supercell games. Like I play Brawl Stars. You know that it's kind of a battle royale game in a sense. It's kind of fun. There's a competitive aspect to it.
I really just play chess and write books and stuff.
I know. I recently got Doom Eternal on the Switch, and I've been playing that constantly. I've probably played it a total of at least 20 hours. And I got it like a week and a half ago. So
Speaking of, you guys know I just wrote a new book. Well, I didn't write it completely, but I just started writing it. Ian inspired me.
what's the book about?
It's basically, you know, Boku no Hero Academia, the anime.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. It's not very good. I think it's not very good. It has epic fight scenes. I really enjoy that, and good music, but a lot of fillers, stuff like that. I don't like it. I like the concept. Everyone has a quirk, a power, an ability.
Uh-huh.
There's like heroes, villains, stuff like that.
And then you get Deku eating people's hair.
Yeah, but I feel like it's basically the plot is this girl. She wants to avoid conflict because she discovers her quirk, like, is hurting her because it's basically healing. But her body, when she uses her quirk, heals at such a fast rate that she basically develops cancer and stuff. It's crazy, and so basically she can't use her quirk, but she runs into a bunch of conflict even though she tries to avoid it. And there's people she could save, but she'll die if she does save them.
Is this like in season 3?
No, it's undone before. It's the book I'm writing.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're on about.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Boku no Hero still.
No, not at all. But that's what basically the book is about. You do find other people though, and I'm really gonna focus on that. Like I'm trying to get at psychology and stuff like that based on like how past experiences affect your actions and stuff.
That's
really
pretty
into
cool.
Psychology now. Yeah. And then there's other things, but there's some kinks to work out. I just got done with the first chapter, and I'm gonna post it soon.
Oh, cool. What are you gonna post it on?
What's the app? Hang on. It is
Is it Webtoon?
Wattpad.
Okay. How do you
I
spell
actually
that?
wrote unmarked, but you wouldn't like it. I kind of just gave up on it and abandoned it. I think I'm gonna redo it. I'll explain to you when I redo it.
All right.
Anyways, what was your question?
How do you spell that?
Oh, Wattpad.
Okay. Just so that everyone else can look it up.
Right. It's called. Hang on. Hiroshi Midoriya and the Glass Prison, Boku no Hero Academia, New Generation.
Okay. So
Wouldn't you have to get like copyright clearance though?
Yes, but no. Wattpad is more like I see people like straight up steal movies on it.
So I kind of want to start wrapping this up. So I have a couple things to say before we go. So we are doing a Christmas special at the time, at least this is released. It'll be tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. on December 21st for an exact date. And we will be live on our Twitch channel
Tomorrow?
on Monday, December 21st. We will be live on our Twitch channel, Noble Knights podcast. And if you saw the notes around school and stuff like that hanging on the student announcement boards, it has all our socials on there. It has our Instagram, our YouTube, everything on there. So if you want to check those out, there is also the live stream will be allowing other people to join the live stream that are in the chat. So if you want to have a chance of being on the show immediately, we will let you in and we'll go through all that stuff.
For a large sum of donations, maybe.
No, this is completely free. We don't need the money. We're poor anyway.
Yeah, we've invested nothing. We make $0 off of this, and we've invested $0.
Nothing, we make nothing.
And that's why we love it, because it's free charity. Because we're doing this for you guys, not ourselves. And maybe to help ourselves a little bit and get out some just talking with other people. But anyway, the Christmas special will be on Monday, December 21st at 5:30 p.m. So I hope that you will be there and that you will at least enjoy listening to us talk. We are hoping to go for about an hour to an hour and a half. So be there. We'll probably be live till about 7 o'clock maybe. I think that might work. So yeah, it would be a joy to see you guys there. And do you guys have anything else to say?
Not really, but I feel like we could talk more.
Well, we'll save that for the live stream or the Noble Knights podcast number 3. Hope to see you guys soon. Check out our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff on the sheets of the student announcement boards. And I want you guys to remember to stay noble.